Here's a nice example of a Mills countertop brownie, single wheel gambling machine, a slot machine. These types of machines are desirable because they're really very early instances of gambling machines. They almost play more like a roulette game than a slot machine, in that you can in fact choose to place bets on every single color on the wheel. So there's black, red, yellow, white, and green, and you see that the numbers in there correspond to the amount of money you'd get back, anywhere from 10 cents or 2 nickels, because this is a nickel machine, to a quarter, 50 cents, and then actually a full dollar. And as we look at the wheel, we see, of course, since red and black pays a dime, there's a lot of chances to land on a red or black. And because green pays $1, we see that in fact there's only 2 spots on the wheel where we would hit that. If we look a little closer examination, besides having a really attractive kind of Art Nouveau styled wheel here, what we see is a little whimsical character on the jackpot, or the dollar payoff, the highest payoff. And that is in fact one of the Palmer Cox brownies. This is why the machine is called the Brownie. And if you look back in history a little bit, what you see is that this Palmer Cox Brownie series was basically a children's book series that came about in the late 1800s. And like other companies and commercial entities at the time that were trying to capitalize on the popularity of the brownies, basically sort of like a SpongeBob or a Sesame Street character might appear in advertising today. Basically the brownies, if we look at some pieces from back at the time, the brownies were very prevalent in regular, everyday life. So here's a crate label for oranges, and we see that these are Brownies brand, and you see the little whimsical brownies all sort of running around and helping to make orange juice. This is a postcard for an organ company, the SD Organ Company, and you see all of the little Palmer Cox brownies marching, or some of them stumbling here as we see. But basically the brownie characters were very prevalent in the society in the turn of the century. And so Mills, being clever, as well as Kale and other companies, wanted to capitalize on that, and they actually came out with a brownie model. So let's go ahead and play it. And as we see again, we take our nickels, and let's go ahead and play the yellow spot. We see that the person that played before us had the yellow and the white flag. This machine, we put a nickel into the yellow, and as we push this side lever, that nickel then drops down, and as we push the handle on the right hand side, we will put the wheel into motion. We see that the yellow flag has dropped down, and the wheel landed on red for 10, so we did not win. Let's go ahead and try and improve our odds a little bit, and what we'll do is we'll actually put a nickel in both the the black and the red spot. What we'll see here is, what's interesting, basically, so we bet a dime, and it landed on red, and it paid off a dime. So the good news is we got our coins back, basically, but essentially we didn't make any money either. And so that is really the allure of these machines from an operator standpoint, is you get people to either try and bet high on the, in this case, let's go for the yellow and the white. And of course it landed on red, so we didn't get paid off that time. Or if you just go for the more common red or black, chances are, even if you bet on both, you're not going to make any money, therefore the house isn't going to lose. Nice example of the original cabinet with the overlay decals, which are very attractive, the nice attention to the detailed woodwork. So just an overall great example of a very early, turn of the century, single wheel gambling machine with great ties to the rest of Americana at that period.